so glad that you were transferred over today. My name is Tisha from the Family Security Plan. I'm going to give you the opportunity to enter into the MECU Sweepstakes and Review July 2014 through July 2017, and then give you a chance to hear about your exclusive member benefits. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with this morning?
Vanessa.
Oh, okay, Vanessa. And can I have your last name, please?
Parker.
And to verify you're over the age of 18, date of birth.
It's going to be January 21st, 1972. Is this free?
Yes, the sweepstakes is at no cost to you. It is actually to show appreciation of you being a member of MECU.
Okay, awesome. Do you know how long this is going to take?
It won't take very long. I just have to gather some information to submit you into the sweepstakes.
Okay.
And can I have your mailing address in case you win the gift card?
Yep, it's going to be 271 Brown Lane. That's in Baltimore, Maryland. And my zip code is going to be 21212.
You said 21212?
Yep.
Okay, great. And an email address, please?
My first and last name at gmail.com.
All right, and a contact phone number we can reach you on?
Sure, it's going to be 974-568-2212.
And is that your home, cell, or work?
That's my cell.
All right, and is it okay to contact you for future sweepstakes and reviews?
Sure, free money, I'm all about it.
I can agree with that. And are you currently working full-time or part-time?
Full-time. Why do you need to know this?
It's just something that they ask on the entry form, and I do have to fill out all the pieces of the form to submit you for the sweepstakes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go over this very quickly with you, the rules. The sweepstakes price is a $150 Visa prepaid card. Your entry is limited to one entry per person. Entry period begins 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 15, 2014, and it ends 11:59 Eastern Standard Time on July 31st, 2017. The odds of winning depend on the number of entries received, and for complete rules, you can go to www.familysecurityplan.com/sweepstakes and click on the link for your credit union. So I did go ahead and enter you into the sweepstakes. Before I let you go, I do want to make you aware of your exclusive benefits as a credit union member. One of our popular programs that we have is the Family Security Plan, which is a whole life program. Do you currently have any insurance at this time, Ms. Parker?
I'm not interested. I don't have time for this.
Oh, well, I do understand that you are busy and everyone's on the schedule. However, a lot of my members have found that the information that I share with them is valuable to them, and it wouldn't take a long time to explain the benefit to you.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a whole life program that can cover final expenses. As a member, you are allowed up to $150,000. It's no medical exam. And do you currently have insurance?
I'm not sure.
Okay. You said you were working full-time. Where are you working at?
I work at the hospital.
Okay, and do they provide you with a medical package or health care package?
Yes, they do.
Do you remember signing up for life insurance maybe that would equivalent to maybe $10,000 or your base pay, your annual salary?
I think it was the 10,000 when I first got hired, but that was years ago, so I'm not sure.
Okay, so you've been there for a while, and what do you do there?
I'm a nurse.
Oh, okay, that's a very rewarding field.
It has its days.
And what hospital are you at?
Baltimore City.
Oh, okay, so do you live close to the hospital? Because you said you live in Baltimore.
I live in Columbia, which is like, 25 minutes out.
Well, that's not too bad of a route to work.
No.
Okay, so $10,000 is a great start for life insurance coverage. However, the average funeral is about $15,000. Were you aware of that?
Not really. I mean, you would think I would know being a nurse, but I just haven't had time to really focus on that.
No, that's completely understandable. We don't all know everything. I'm sure there's things that you could teach me as well. What I'd like to let you know, as you know, it's $15,000, but we do offer supplemental insurance. So what I'm offering is not to replace anything that you already have. It's just to add on to the benefit that you do have, because at work, 9 times out of 10, it's what's known as term insurance. Do you know what term insurance is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I'll just explain it to you very quickly. Term insurance is term. It's for a term in your life, a certain period, and for you with it being attached to work, that's the term, your employment. So if you no longer work at the hospital, you may decide to get into private practice or do something different, that insurance would no longer be obtainable by you. And by you not having any insurance on your own, you wouldn't be covered.
Okay.
Whereas our insurance is whole life, so it's something no matter where you worked, if you decided that you wanted to bank somewhere different, whatever changes may take place in your life, you'd still be able to have this insurance with you.
I don't think I need it.
Okay. Have you ever lost a family member before, or someone close to you that you love?
No.
Okay. Do you know any friends of yours that may have lost a close loved one or friend or family member?
No.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to share a personal story with you. So, I agree, you're young, really good age, I'm young. And I actually had a brother who was 13 and he drowned.
Wow.
And my mom at the time, I'm sure, did not think that, her 13-year-old son would pass away. And it was an unexpected thing. I mean, life's unexpected. I hate to sound morbid over the phone.
Oh, no, it's okay. I see it every day at work.
So as a nurse, that life has these unforeseen changes that just happen at the turn of a corner. Like 1 minute you're okay and the next minute you may not be here. Are you married?
No. I have a boyfriend though.
Oh, okay. And what's your boyfriend's name?
James.
Okay, and are you and James really serious, may I ask?
I hope so. I hope he puts a ring on it soon.
I'm sure he will. You sound delightful. So I'll be rooting for you. Invite me to the wedding. I like to dance. So
I will invite you. If he puts a ring on it.
He will. And how's your relationship with your parents? Are you guys close?
Yeah, we're very close.
That's good. So God forbid if something did happen to you, how do you think that Mom and Dad and James would be able to cope with not having you around?
I don't know about James, but I think my parents would be, very sad and devastated.
Of course, I don't doubt that they would. I mean, my mom was in pieces. And by her being devastated, she's not thinking about things on a financial aspect. And she had to take out loans and borrow money and take up collections at church. I mean, I would hate to see your parents go through what my mom went through.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So with a few questions, I could qualify you, so make sure you qualify for the benefit, and we would be able to set you up with something that's in your budget.
You know what? I'm happy I spoke to you today, Rahteisha.
I'm glad that you spoke with me too, Miss Parker. I'm glad.
I'm going to tell James to call you.
Tell James to call me so I could talk to him about insurance and putting a ring on it.
Yeah,
get him on the right path for you.
Awesome.
So what I'll do is I'm going to ask you a few questions. It's just to pre-qualify you. It's like your physical, so to speak. We're not going to swab you or make you pee in a cup or anything like that. So that's very helpful.
I've heard those companies really do that.
Oh yeah, they can be very invasive at times, but this company is not like that. We ask a few underwriting questions, make sure you qualify, and you will be immediately covered as soon as you and I are off of the phone.
Awesome.
So for the last 90 days, have you been continuously employed for pay at the regular place of business of your employer for 17 and a half hours or more per week?
Yes.
Okay, great. And are you paid weekly, bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly.
Okay. And for security purpose, it's just an extra layer of protection on your account. Can I have you to verify your social for me?
212-04-6789.
All right, great. And a work phone number for you?
It's going to be 203-795-0363.
Thank you for that information. We also offer text alerts that we can send to your cell, but if you do not have unlimited texting, I have to let you know that there's standard text rates that will apply. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Sure, I have unlimited texting.
best way to go. I'm a texter.
You
How
might
about
as well.
yourself?
I mean, who doesn't have that now?
Some people don't. You'd be surprised.
But that's true. My grandma doesn't. She's old school.
My mom doesn't either. My mom just upgraded from a flip phone.
Oh
to be
wow,
honest
they need
with
to get
you.
with the times. They need to get with the times.
And have you in the last 12 months smoked one or more cigarettes?
Yes.
Okay. And are you an active duty service member of the Armed Forces of the United States or the spouse or dependent of an active duty service member?
No.
All right, great. Let me just have a few more questions. And have you missed more than 3 consecutive work days during the last 90 days due to heart disorder, cancer, stroke, kidney disorder, lung disorder, diabetes?
No.
And have you ever been diagnosed by a member of the medical profession as having acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, or tested positive for human immunodeficiency virus, HIV?
No.
In the last 5 years, have you used heroin, cocaine, including crack, LSD, PCP, or any other controlled substance except as prescribed by a physician?
I don't think the hospital will hire a coke addict. So
No, I don't think so either, but I have to ask. Do you have an existing life insurance policy or annuity contract in force with any insurer? And you
Yes, with the hospital I do.
Okay. And will the insurance now being applied for replace or change life insurance or annuities in any company?
No.
Okay. And in the last 90 days, have you been hospitalized?
No.
All right. I mean, you haven't been hospitalized, but you have been in the hospital.
Yeah, working. That's a good one.
And who would you like to name as your beneficiary?
We're not gonna put James for right now because he didn't put a ring on it.
Okay,
So
I
we're
understand
gonna
that.
make it my mother,
Sounds good. What's mom's name?
Frances.
Okay. And Parker?
Yep.
All right. And do you know mom's birthday?
Yes, I do. I was born on her birthday, so January 21st.
Isn't that something?
I know. I'm her miracle baby. 1955.
I was born 3 days before my mom's birthday.
That's so awesome.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
do you live with mom or does mom live with you?
I live with my mom still.
Okay, great. It's a great way to save money.
Absolutely. When James puts a ring on it, then maybe I'll move.
All right, so let's go over some quotes here. So how much would you say you make annually? And if you don't know annual, you can do your hourly salary.
I'm at 65.
Okay, 65. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with replacing your annual income for up to a year and let you know what those deductions would be. So if we covered you for $65,000, that would be $36.91 weekly.
Okay.
Does that sound comfortable to you?
That's a little steep. Do you have anything lower?
Yes, I definitely do. So let's see. What would be a good price range for your budget that feels good to you?
Well, let me ask you a question. How does the payment come out?
So
How does it work?
with your credit union, you have what's known as an insurance account. So you are paid bi-weekly. So bi-weekly, they're going to take out a bi-weekly amount. So say, for instance, if you got $10 worth of insurance, $20 would come out
Okay.
bi-weekly, and they would set that aside for you so you wouldn't have to worry about paying the carrier or any kind of deadlines or due dates like that.
Got it.
Your credit union will take care of that for you as a courtesy.
Got it. So
Okay?
maybe anything, let me try, what would $15 get me?
All right, give me 1 minute and I'll let you know. All right, so and you would like for it to be an even $15?
I don't know.
Let's see. If we do an even $15, that would put you at $26,118.
Let's start with that.
Okay, great. So let's get you set up with that. Give me 1 minute. So let me just ask you one question. If we rounded that off to $30,000, would $17.19 be comfortable for you?
Yeah, it's under 20 bucks.
Okay.
That's fine.
So just to give you a nice round number. I like zeros.
Okay, me too.
Good.
A lot of them.
Yeah, the more zeros, the happier. Okay, so do you have direct deposit, Ms. Parker?
Yes, I do.
And is it your whole check or a partial?
It's my whole check.
All right, great. And by any chance, do you have your member number on you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's 55612.
And just to repeat that, 55612.
Yes.
And you are paid bi-weekly?
Mhm.
Okie Okie dokie, and I just have a few more questions for you, and these questions are just regarding replacement. Just 3 different ways to ask you if you're replacing your insurance. So the first question, do you want the important notice regarding replacement of life insurance or annuities read aloud to you?
No.
You do not want a story from me today, okay?
No, I don't.
No problem. So are you considering discontinuing making premium payments, surrendering, forfeiting, assigning to the insurer, otherwise terminating your existing policy or contract?
No.
And are you considering using funds from your existing policies or contracts to pay premiums due on the new policy or contract?
No.
All right, great. And you do have an option to designate another person other than yourself to receive notices of lapsed or terminated life insurance policy information. Do you want to elect someone, or would you rather it come to yourself?
Just myself.
Okay, no problem. So right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be wrapping up. And we're
Excellent.
going to be doing something called a voice consent. That's how I get your signature over the phone. So is it okay to go forward with that?
Sure.
Great. So can you please state your full name and address?
Vanessa Parker.
And and your address?
It's 21 Brown Lane, Baltimore, Maryland, 21212.
Thank you. And can you please state your social security number?
That is 212-486789.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Parker, can you confirm that you do not intend to replace or change any of your existing insurance in any way as a result of this purchase?
Yes.
And Ms. Parker, with respect to each application we have been completing, do you represent that all statements and answers given on this application are full, complete, and true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
And do you agree that the answers given in this application will be the basis of any insurance policy issued on this application and will be part of the policy?
Yes.
Do you agree that only the company president, vice president, or secretary may make or amend any policy or waive any requirements, and then only in writing?
Yes.
And do you represent that you have read or had read to you the completed application, and that you realize that any false statement or material misrepresentation herein may result in the loss of coverage under the policy, and that any loss of coverage is subject to the incontestability provisions of the policy, and that any person who knowingly presents a false statement in an application for insurance may be guilty of a criminal offense and subject to penalties under state law?
Yes.
Vanessa, your signature will be affixed to the following documents that we have completed today. Application for life insurance, important notice regarding replacement of life insurance or annuities, request for pre-authorized monthly deduction plan, illustration certification, request for taxpayer identification number and certification, Part 2 non-medical application, the Family Security Plan distribution form. Do you agree that this recording constitutes your electronic signature for each of these documents, and that you intend that the signature be as binding as if you had manually signed each document by hand?
Yes.
All right. And Ms. Parker, you are applying for a life insurance policy
Keep going.
on your life in the amount of $30,000, which includes a waiver of premium benefit. The biweekly premium for the policy will be $34.38. Is that correct?
Yes.
In order to have the premium amount available for withdrawal from your account at MECU, I must secure your verbal authorization to permit the credit union to initiate or increase payroll deductions or redistribute existing funds from your employer to your credit union account, or permit monthly billing of your credit union account for the purpose of paying the premiums for the coverage applied for today. Do I have your authorization to do so?
Yes.
Please also acknowledge your understanding and agreement that this recording will become a permanent record for this insurance transaction, and that your verbal authorization just obtained is to be as binding as if you had signed either the credit union's payroll deduction or direct deposit form by hand.
Yes.
Deductions for the coverages applied for today should begin within 1 to 2 pay periods. Thank you. This completes the voice signature process authorizing payroll deduction or direct deposit. Further, you authorize Security Mutual to process debit card transactions in any amount overdue. The processing of any actual debit card payment will be done only if such payment is authorized prior to such payment by you in writing or by telephone. Is this correct?
Yes.
Vanessa Parker, please acknowledge you were not given an illustration conforming to the life insurance policy or policies you are applying for. You understand that you will be given an illustration conforming to the life insurance policy or policies as issued no later than the time the policy or policies are delivered to you, okay?
Yes.
And Vanessa Parker, do you certify that the Social Security number provided is your correct taxpayer identification number, and that you are not subject to backup withholding?
Yes.
And with respect to each policy you have applied for today, do you authorize Security Mutual Life Insurance Company of New York to accept and honor requests for policy loans, full or partial surrenders transmitted by telephone, fax, email, or other electronic means? Agree to any such request will be as valid and binding as an originally executed written request, indemnify and hold Security Mutual harmless from any liability incurred by Security Mutual in taking action in reliance of any such request.
Yes.
And Vanessa Parker, this completes the application process, and your voice authorized electronic signature has been appended to each of the documents previously mentioned. Thank you. And do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, great. Well, it was definitely a pleasure to get to talk to you today, Ms. Parker. I wish you the best of luck. I thank you for taking time to not only protect yourself, but for believing in me and our product. And if you need any assistance, you will receive my email that will have my contact information. You can give me a call, and I'll be glad to answer any questions or go into any concerns that you may have.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye.